I'm feeling great. I think it's a good opportunity, especially here in Miami. I'm excited that I don't have to pack a bunch of bags, go to the airport. That's one of the best things. And I'll have all my family going, a lot of friends, teammates, students. So everybody's going. I'm excited. In the big fight. Masvidal is talking a big game. I'm excited. And yeah, cannot wait. I'm in a good shape, good space mentally. Yeah, it's gonna be a good night for me.
How many tickets did you have to get, Gilbert, with all your family, friends, students, and everybody else? How many?
Bunch of tickets, brother. They gave you four. They gave me four. Every fight they
I
give me
take it four
four.
wasn't enough.
Four is not enough. We're asking for a lot more, almost 10, and we're fighting for it. Now it's Ali. Ali's fighting for more tickets. We'll see.
That's so funny. That's going to be cool. Will you be nervous fighting and I'm sure you always have family and
Yes.
friends out, but will you be nervous fighting in at home in front of all of your people?
I think so. I'm getting more and more. Usually fighting for the UFC. 20, that's going to be my number 20 fight in the
Wow.
UFC. So I'm getting less nervous. Couple times it picks up a little bit. But I've been there a couple times. I'm used to even if I do get nervous, nothing out of the blue. They're like, wow, that's too much. I get
Right.
nervous, normal, but I do still get nervous, but not nothing crazy. I don't know. Maybe this one's a little bit different, bigger fight at home.
Yeah.
Maybe gonna kick in a little spicy, but I'm excited for it.
Do you feel more like hyped up or more excited for this fight because there's been a lot of trash talk? We know you and Masvidal have had some issues in the past. Do you want to get in there and just beat him up
Yes.
more than you normally do a typical opponent?
Yes, yes. He's talking a big game. I just my guys from the gym, Michael Johnson, everybody was making fun that he said he's gonna do a Van Gogh on my face, and and that was good, and I'm excited for. So I've been putting so much work to this guy that I think I have the a lot of abilities to beat this guy for sure. I'm not saying it's gonna be easy,
Yeah,
but I have the grappling, I have the wrestling, I have the heavy hands, I
yeah,
have the heart, and I have the will, bro. I'm way more hungry than these guys, so I for sure he's gonna be motivated to fight me at home. But he's been talking so much that for sure after finishing, for sure you're gonna feel a little bit better, just because he's talking so much. But the motivation is still up there, I still want to become the best, still want to become a champion. I think I'm very close to it. So a little bit more work is gonna be one more step. So for
yeah.
sure,
You're so
for,
close.
for sure a little bit more motivated when they talk a big game.
You know, you've heard people, or I've heard people in the past say that he has the best boxing or the best striking with his hands in the entire UFC. Do you believe that he is better in stand up wise? Is he have the advantage here, or do you believe that you can strike with him and are even a better
Yeah,
striker than him?
I can strike with him for sure. I think he has a very good boxing, good kicks, good knees, good elbows. That's his danger. His danger on the striking. But so do I. And if he gets too comfortable, takedown will be there. Or if he's worried about takedown, the big overhand right coming, something coming. So I do think that's his strength part. His strength is in the boxing.
Yeah.
But we'll see. We'll see. I think he got a lot of things on a lot of abilities, a lot of skill set
Yeah.
that I can throw down with this guy, and
You could beat him many different ways. It
I
it
can beat
it
him on the
feels like
stand
he
up too.
might need to
Yes.
beat you one way, and it feels like you may be able to beat him in multiple different ways, at least in my mind.
Yeah, and that was the work that I put on the beginning, because whenever I transitioned to MMA, I was only a jiu-jitsu, and then I started doing a lot of wrestling, a lot of striking, but I don't want to depend on the jiu-jitsu.
Right.
The jiu-jitsu, I'm gonna keep it sharp, but I'm gonna put way more weapons on my tools, way more things. And I think I did that during the years that I've been training. So, and then I do think if I if I landed a good punch, it's over. If I land a good takedown, it's over. If I get him on top, if I get his back, it's over. I think I have way more tools to finish this fight than George does. George has a luck punch can
Yeah.
come that's danger for everyone. And but other than that, I don't see any other way.
No, I could not agree more, and it shows how well rounded you are. Obviously, when you fight Gilbert, uh, you look at the odds, and it doesn't seem like a lot of experts and the odds makers feel like he has much of a chance to win. You are, I don't know if you've seen this, Gilbert, but you are
No.
a heavy favorite, like big, like a 5-1 favorite. So,
Wow.
uh, does that factor into your mind at all, or really has nothing to do with what happens in that octagon on Saturday?
No, really, that guy's still dangerous. Still gotta respect him, you know. And the guy has 51 fights. I do believe I have a lot of fights, but this guy had 51 fights. So yeah, for sure, I gotta give a lot of respect to this guy, a lot of credit. And the odds makers sometimes they do a good job, sometimes they're a little off,
Yeah.
and it doesn't matter. Still, even if it was the opposite, I'm going there with the same intention, with bad intentions, trying to finish this fight. Whenever the fight is on, don't blink. I'm coming forward. I'm gonna put a lot of pressure on these guys since the beginning.
What fights did you look at most? Did you examine Masvidal and Kamaru, especially the second fight? Did you look at the Colby fight versus Jorge? Which fights did you really examine, Gilbert?
I watch a lot of his fights. So these fights has a little thing different because Kamar's way longer. Kobe is kind of southpaw.
Yeah.
I took a lot of things away from this fight, but I had to watch even a little older fights because I'm a little shorter than Masvidal. Not much. I'm 5'10", he's 5'11". But I saw Ross Pearson. That was a guy that was smaller than he. He was having a lot of trouble in the beginning. Then he kind of adjusted in the second round. I had to watch a lot of his fights. His fight against Damian Maia. Damian had good takedowns, good control, got a lot of punishment, got a lot of kicking. Masvidal got on top one time and did a lot of damage. But I watch all these fights. Kobe, uh, Kamaru, Ross Pearson, and Damian Maia. Those are the most that I watch.
I love it. Gilbert, ideally, what's the best outcome? You win the fight. Do you fight Colby? What's next? Ideally, you go in there, get a big win. What happens then?
Wow. First of all, gotta go out there and get a beautiful finish.
Yeah.
That's gonna be the hardest one. But then I don't know. I think if I could pick, yeah, I'll fight for the title or fight Kobe, you know.
Yeah.
But it seems like they he's a done deal that Kobe's fighting for the title. It seems like it.
It seems
It-
like Leon wants Jorge. Do you think Jorge is focusing too much on that maybe happening and not focusing enough on you?
Maybe that's what it seems like, right? That's why he kind of. But this guy got to sell, you know. He can talk. He's a good talking. I like to listen to Masvidal. He's entertaining. He's cool.
Yeah.
But I don't think that's happening, brother. I think Leon's kind of trying to make the best of pay per view now. Sadly, fighting Masvidal. I don't. I think I'm gonna. I, I'm gonna take all that hope away from Leon for that fight to happen right now. And but I don't know. I don't know what's gonna be next. You know, I don't know if Kobe's really the next one. I don't know if I have to
Did
do
they
one
say
more.
Colby? Did they say Leon might be there? Did I hear that? He may be
He said
octagon
that.
side.
He said that, and that would be great if everyone is in there. You know, it would be great if Leo's in there,
Yeah.
if Kobe's in there, because I'm looking forward to put a doubt on everyone's mind because the UFC has that idea that Kobe's next, and they have that. I know Kobe's next, and I just kind of, you know what? Let me beat that guy so bad, like destroy this guy.
Yep.
That the guy that you think is next, that his last fight was against Masvidal. If you want to compare the fight, you see what I'm gonna do with these guys. So I really want to finish him like spectacular. And they okay, why Kobe's coming from what win against Masvidal a decision. Look what I did with this guy. You know that's what's in my mind right now. So and then change everyone's idea, perspective, and maybe get another title shot. We'll see.